Baruch Hashem, today is day number 167 of our daily study of Rambam, Sefer, HaMitzvos. In the 3 chapters a day study track of Mishnah Torah, we're still in Hilchas Tamidin Umusaf in chapter 6, 7, and 8 of those halachas. And here are our mitzvahs for today. Positive Commandment 43 is the Musaf of Pesach. The 7 days of Pesach, or Passover, we bring a Musaf, an additional offering in the Beis HaMikdash. Every day. Now, you're going to say, well, why not all 8 days of Pesach? Isn't there an 8th day of Pesach? Yeah, in the diaspora, outside of the land of Israel. But we're talking about in the land in the times when the temple stood. So there are 7 days of Pesach, and we offer a musaf every day. Okay. Positive Commandment 44 is the first harvest offering. This is on the 2nd day of Pesach. The date would be the 16th of the month of Nisan. There is a harvesting of the barley crop, which is done some ceremonially in a very official way, and then that is brought as a meal offering, a barley offering, accompanied by a lamb in its first year of life, and this is officially known as the Minchas Bikurim. However, we more commonly refer to it as the Omer offering. Okay, Positive Commandment 45 is the additional Shavuos offering. When is Shavuos? Shavuos is the 50th day of the Omer. We just mentioned the Omer offering on the 2nd day of Pesach. So that's day 1. You count until 50 days, and then it is the Yom Tov of Shavuos. And on that day, there is a musaf brought because it's a Yom Tov, it's a holiday, special Yom Tov. And so there's a musaf for Shavuos, just like there was a musaf each of the 7 days of Pesach, of Passover. So there is a musaf for Shavuos. Okay, Positive Commandment 46. This is also pertaining to Shavuos, and that is the 2 loaves that are brought on the Yom Tov of Shavuos. These are 2 loaves of leavened bread that are brought as an offering, together with an accompanying animal peace offering, a shlomim. And these 2 loaves, along with the sacrifices, are eaten by the kohanim. Positive Commandment 47 is the musaf, the additional offering of Rosh Hashanah. On the Yom Tov of Rosh Hashanah, there's a musaf offering. Positive Commandment 48 is the musaf offering of Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. Positive Commandment 50 are the musafin, or additional offerings of Sukkot. Now, isn't that interesting? Did you notice when I spoke about Pesach, I said the musaf, singular, even though it's done for 7 days. And when I mentioned Shavuos, I also said the musaf, singular, for Shavuos. And when I mentioned Rosh Hashanah, I said the musaf for Rosh Hashanah. And for Yom Kippur, I said the musaf for Yom Kippur. Why do I say the musafin, the additional offerings, plural, for Sukkot? The reason is because the musaf each day of the 7 days of Sukkot is different. This is known as the Parei HaChag, the diminishing bulls of the festival. The first day we bring 13, and the next day is 12, and then 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, right? Count it up, you should get 70 bulls in total, representing the 70 nations of the world. And that is part of the musaf offering. That's not the only part of the daily Sukkot musaf offering. There's also 2 rams, 14 yearling sheep, and a sin offering of 1 goat. But the bulls are in diminishing amounts. And that is the musaf, or musafin, the additional offerings of Sukkot. Okay, Positive Commandment 51, this is our last mitzvah for today, is the musaf for Shmini Atzeres, the 8th day of Sukkot, which is not really a day of Sukkot. It's the day after the 7 days of Sukkot, but it's its own Yom Tov, and it has its own musaf. And it's a separate mitzvah. It's a separate holiday. And that is positive commandment 51. I should mention, what is the musaf? What does it consist of on Shmini Atzeres? Interesting, in distinction to all the many bulls that are brought on Sukkot, the musaf of Shmini Atzeres consists of one bull. It's one bull, one ram, 14 yearling sheep, and a sin offering of one goat. Okay, those are our mitzvahs for today. We'll see you for more, God willing, tomorrow.